with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Mike 51. I know he ain't got it.
Four down.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day offense.
To throw again, Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, Raheem Mostert, he was great in that NFC title game, 220 yards. But Super Bowl, 58 yards on 12 carries, though. He did score the touchdown in the third quarter to put the Niners up 20-10.
And think about the journey of Raheem Mostert and what he's traveled. That he has a 220-yard game, 4 touchdowns in the NFC title game that you just mentioned. But only getting 12 carries in the Super Bowl, I don't think in his wildest dreams he would have thought, I only got 12 carries in a Super Bowl? That tells you how valuable he became and what people will focus on. And don't forget Tevin Coleman. The great comeback from the dislocated shoulder against Green Bay in the title game. 5 carries, 28 yards in the Super Bowl. Came back to start that game. Showed a great amount of toughness. But they didn't run it nearly as much as we expected. And they ended up with a result that maybe was unexpected, too. A loss in the Super Bowl.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
Their own 37-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10, it's Wilson again. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Quan Alexander with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now, how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. fourth with Wilson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Second and 10 now. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
14.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Play action. Now Wilson. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check.
To throw is Wilson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown.